Alright, there's that. Not exactly the way I wanted to do that. Didn't check everything though, so that's what happens. Give me a second. Why is that not here? There we go. Alright, be right back with you. Okay, so Mike is still there. Okay. Just a second, folks. Skip track. Okay, that's working. Oh, skip track. No, it's not gonna work. It's not messing with those. Let's see. Well, I guess I just have to do that. So with some energy. Nice. Okay. Okay. Good. That's helpful. Because I don't have much energy. Folks, Cody here with IronVerse Comics, doing the 65th IronVerse, coffee, Cody and Comics. Yeah, there you go. So weird, I left socks in my hope you're doing well. Nothing spectacular. Oh. Okay. What do you need, kid? Say hi. Okay. That's okay. Be careful jumping on everyone. I'm holding a hot beverage. Very hot beverage. Oh, sweetie. There you go. Okay. Oh, again, if you hear any kind of grinding, it is dog with a chew toy. Hoping this coffee kicks in soon. Do have a couple things to talk about at least. It's not completely pointless. Let's see if I can go here, go here, put that up for a minute. The camera's still a little wonky, isn't it? Yeah. It's like natural wonkiness. I don't think it's a filter I have on it. Double check. I don't think it's like I did look into filters that could do weird things like that, but I don't remember actually applying one. Bobby filters. No, just two filters. Okay. I think the only one I got is the one that allows me to do this. There's two of them. Yeah, nothing else is on. So off. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no, that's just my camera. That's fun. At least it fits with the that whole aesthetic. Hope your weekend goes well so far. It's been a rough while. Hi, kiddo. What do you need now? I think she wants out. Please stand by. Oh, it picks it up even with the I put there. Oh, howdy, brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Understand it? I did get it, but did I understand it? I'm guessing 808 is an area code. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, I didn't know that was actually possible to do. It's a pretty interesting glitch. Oh, and it keeps jumping. I didn't even see that it keeps jumping after it gets launched. So yes, but like a lot of humor, probably in one ear out the other, right? Also, it's been like 3 days of like a really nasty mood. Not just depressed, it's tired. So my processing functions aren't optimal. But I did want to update folks, and I did want to do other things. Oh, okay. Oh, see, I had no idea. Oh, see, no idea. So no, I did not understand it. Then there you go. No idea. No idea. For context. For context. That should be fine. Display screen. Oh, that's off now. Oh, that's good. The song is not good. For context.
Dollar Coins said, "It's okay, I just learned it the other week too, lol."
Oh, ha. But yeah, display screen. Display screen. Okay, don't. undisplay this thing. That's fine. So I got buttons for that. But yeah, that's context. In the beats. I don't have very many. I mean, there's some electronic on here, like synthesizer stuff in particular. I don't know. I'd like something with a bit of a groove. That's not a groove. There's your synthesizer. That's got a groove, but come on. Come on, dice rolls, give me something. Oh, thank you. I really do need to set these up into, like, vibes. Right now I just have it split between, like, metal and just everything. And the everything includes metal in cases, which is not optimal. I'm trying to set a move, like, stuff like this. Great track, but not necessary. This is like elevated music. Let's deal with that. That'll work. That'll work. Alright, let's do this. This is something to put some time into anyway. Simple packs, sure. As long as you have a preview, that'll do just fine, folks. Go ahead, boom. Over here. Aha! Here you go. So these are 808s, if I have found it correctly. Let's do this. Display screen. Alright. So this. Oh, it's a very specific. Okay. This is just single notes, right? So this is the setting of the single note. Oh, it is kind of an older sounding electronica sound. Okay. Display screen. Awesome. The band is on it today. Let's find something that actually has, like, music though. 4 tips for choosing the right 808. No, I don't need tips. Sample focus. I just want an actual, like, set of beats. If the notes, it's a good setup there. Crazy 808s. Allegedly this is an 808. Whoa. No, that's just a kick. No. Is that an 808? Says it. I mean, the person tagged it as one. That doesn't tell me anything. I learned something today. I just don't know if I'm learning it correctly. Sample packs. The Roland TR-808 Rhythm Composer, known commonly as the 808, is a drum machine manufactured by Roland between 1980 and 1983.
Dollar coins.
Okay, there you go.
Said. Yeah, they use new machines nowadays, but the nickname has stuck through the decades.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I did not know that. Here's the original from the 80s. Display screen. Man, the band really isn't. I'm very impressed. One of these guys. So it's one of the first that actually allowed you to program the rhythms instead of just the patterns that it came with. So it allowed you to mix and max and make your own rhythms. So it's one of the original drum machines. So this was to put drummers out of work. Kind of. But that makes sense. Okay, okay, so it was also used on Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye. Okay, that's the song I know there. Soul Sonic Force. It's because of the bass. It's a very digital, thick bass is why it got popular, which makes sense for electric dance and hip-hop. Oh, okay, and they compare it to the Strats. Okay. Well, that gives it some I guess it's some weight. They compare its influence on hip hop to the Stratocaster's influence on rock. That is massive. So, okay. Man, yeah, I'm surprised. Well, I'm not too surprised. I'm not a big hip hop guy or electronic guy. Neato, though. Neato burrito. I am very that is a very good reference for me to understand. All right, display screen. Display screen. Let's get this guy on. And skip track. Oh, I turned it off on here, so I should have just. It's fine. Everything's fine. Pardon. A couple burps. Those are free. So mainly there's a couple things. Let's go over here. May have shown these Wednesday, but I think I was one less page on Wednesday. I don't know. Display screen. You're just not. Okay. Because I can add static to me as well, so I do still have that filter. So if I really want to look like I'm shooting from like this, I don't know, 40s, no, that's not that good. If I put a black and white filter on it, it might be able to do that. Here, give me a second. Cam, boom, filters, color correction. Ooh, it's nice colors. Look at that color correction. Look at that color correction. Know what I'm looking for? Yeah. No. Did I ruin my... I did. I was messing with the wrong setting. That's fine. Whoop. We'll get it so that it works again. Go away, background. Okay. So yeah, I was actually just trying to do this. Oh, look at that. It could be a ghost. That's nifty. Opacity. Let's just take that off real quick. Okay, no, that's for the shape. That's so I'm not all widescreen. I don't even know where the static filter is then. If it's not in here. Very odd. Very odd. But yeah. Get the chroma key fixed. That was me being goofy. I just messed with settings and broke things. So I want 100% opacity. Okay, okay. So why am I not opaque? I'll just go to defaults here. Cool. Boom, boom. All right. Okay. Is it this guy? Is that what I messed with? No. Ah, this is what I missed. This is it. Yeah, there we go. Ah. Interesting, okay. Ooh, we can get that nice and smooth. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, feather blend, so it looks a little more natural, but then you still see the green. Look at that. Look at that nice. It's a mess. My frame rate is down to 20 frames per second, though, as usual. Okay, so we fixed that. Fixed what I broke. Alright. Yeah, this is a mess. That's okay. So. I actually do want this gone. Stuff. Look at that. Go in there. hopefully, so working with the team as always is an adventure. Let's just phrase it as that. So I'm very hopeful. More pages will be in fact, today. Allegedly, it was last night, but did not happen. A lot of hungry artists contact me through Instagram recently too, which is funny because I don't use Instagram, and like I've only started reusing it recently to contact the letterer, our wonderful Vincent Rush, and suddenly people are trying to get commissions, which I'm not surprised. A lot of hungry artists. Always the case, but these days in particular, I'm very much not surprised. It's just weird that it occurs when I start using it again, and it's not like this inbox when I wasn't using it was just getting hit up, right? It's just odd. What do you think you're gonna do? You can't get up there. Don't you try. No. That shelf could not hold you, and it would be a disaster. Anywho, that is moving slowly, but it is moving, and he's doing an excellent job. There are edits that need to be done, particularly this last panel, for instance, needs just a rework between these beats. Between these bubbles need a more it needs a butt instead of just a cutoff. Otherwise, this sentence kind of just cuts off. Little things like that. But he is doing a great job of giving personality to the lettering while keeping it simple and clear, which is the very important with the work. Especially like this, which I was not sure he could pull off. Not him in particular, but I just didn't know exactly how it would be pulled off. But there it is. Very well done. Exactly expressing how I want. Don't you do it. Okay, that's not the same thing. As long as you're not trying to jump up on that high shelf. What do you think you're gonna get? Yeah, that's right. You're on camera. It's filmed. Now the world's seen it. I'm not quite certain what her goal is. Don't you do it. No, don't you do it. Yeah, that's why it's so high up.
Dollar coins. Said. Nami is attacking Coyote.
A little bit. It's just, I don't know. I've not seen her try to do that, but she is, honestly, I'm not surprised she's kind of a bored cat. I try, and I do play, and all of that, but she very much wants outside, and I have not been in a position where that has been really quite feasible for her. I've had all of my cats growing up were outside cats. That's not the problem. We've had a couple incidents, where a cat got hurt, but they never ran away or anything like that. But until she's fixed, I do not want to deal with kittens. I've done it before. And she'd have some pretty babies, but it's just a lot of extra, not so great circumstance for me at the moment. So I'm still working on that, but she's bored.
Said. Do a future Prowler tour.
So there's a couple connotations of the word Prowler. Oh, yes. Yeah, oh God. Okay, sorry. Okay, I connected the dots.
Dollar coins.
I connected
Said.
the dots. Oh, it's a mess, brother.
IronVerse barn.
It is a mess. It's so. I'll give a story. I might even have pictures, actually. Give me a second. See if I can dig that stuff up. Let's see if I can dig that up. No, I did indeed click on it eventually there. Let me see if I can find that. I might not have saved them. But if I did save the pictures, that will be good for the story. Look. No, that's like... Inherited a camera from my grandparents and ended up with a bunch of pictures from that. That ain't it. That ain't it. Doubt it's in here, but maybe. No, these are just backups. All kinds of crazy pics on them. Like this one. Display screen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Display screen. Not finding what I'm looking for though. It's got a funky beat. Pretty happy about that. Where else would I have been? Is that a folder? No, that's the folder we're in. Oh, that's one other place it could be. Here. Oh wow. Let's look. No, that was for other things. That's eBay listing pictures, which I actually don't need anymore. Some video, eBay listing stuff. Display screen. It's nice. This became a collector's item because it was a very low print run, and by the time I needed some cash, I was able to sell it, which was cool. Only tried one round of it. Remember it being fun, but there weren't enough of us to really make it worth continuing the campaign. Display screen. Display screen. It was neat that that was a thing and that like it was there when I needed it. Why is that? Oh, because of the folds. Display screen. Print run issues. Not this go. This is the last campaign. Display screen. I do not have pictures of the Prowler, it looks like, which is disappointing. Let me make sure. Oh, pick back up. Maybe it's in there. Display screen. Day one of Spud. Display screen.
Dollar Coins said, "You had some hard assets with stored value that had liquidity."
Exactly. It's nice when it comes up and you don't expect it to. Particularly with books. Like, that's always really fun. Display screen. Oh yeah. That's a very boopable snake. Display screen. Man, he's on it. Like, the voice tracking's really good today. Looks like I'm... Oh. Uno más. Display screen. Oh, yeah. Animal pictures. Display screen. Oh, that one was a display screen. Oh, it just wants that. I think it likes now. Let me see. So it's not in the backup that I can see. What are Nami pictures? Some more Spudman pictures. Oh, and there's pics from... Okay. Pics from work. Not recent pics from work, but yeah. My previous job. A lot of black images I saved for some reason. Okay, so it's not in there. Just gonna see if there's another folder. Because it was specifically for Craigslist when we were listing it to sell it years back. I think the folder was that, and I kind of remember deleting it, but not 100%. So I thought, take a look. But there's a good chance. He's gone forever.
Dollar Coins said.
Oh, that's too bad.
All of Cody's cake baking pictures.
So many cake baking pictures. In fact, I've been waiting to make another like fruitcake thing for a while. Actually, I need to do that. Fucking tasty. Okay, so no legit.
Said. Show the pictures where you and Laguna saved the day.
Well, I can embarrass myself if you'd like. I don't know if I'll find it. Give me a second, though. No, I meant it. Man, it might be tough to find. Let me see. Let me go. Was it? I don't even remember. It might not even still be up, but it might be. Where would I have saved that?
Dollar Coins
Is it in my watch
said.
later? I remember
All
someone
high
else.
school Cody pictures are fro pictures.
It is a high school Cody picture. In fact, it's not even a picture. It's much more than a picture. It's a motion picture. With music and everything. But I gotta find it, and I might not find it. So don't get your hopes too high up. Then I'm also gonna dig out example of the Prowler there, and then I will do that story as well. But see how many things I can juggle at once. Where would I see that? Maybe in here. Let's go like way down. I'm gonna have to work my way up. Way down. No. I'm talking years back. Oh wow, I have a lot of. Okay, that's fine. Uh-oh, we hit music. That could add a lot of time to this. Okay, we'll find out. Oh, it's gonna. Before I learned how to do playlists on YouTube. Okay, that's as far back. All right, is it on this list? Probably not, since how far this goes. Okay, where else would it be? Wouldn't have saved it to that. I have seen it recently. That's the thing. I don't know how recently. You know, memory it can distort time pretty good. I feel like I stumbled upon it recently. It's the only reason I bring it up. Is it on here? It could be. Let's see. Okay. No, it's not on here. It's gonna be tough because this might help. No. I don't want. I want specifically this with the misspelling. Oh, there it is. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, got a demo. Way back in the day. Okay? Way back in the day. Oh, jeez. How long is it? 3 minutes of embarrassment. Can I do that? I'm surprised it's still on here, honestly. Okay. We gotta earn this. So I'm gonna leave you folks in suspense. Display screen? Oh, yeah. This exists from 2012. Display screen. Just a little after eyes. It's close, though. In fact, that might have been just when it was uploaded to YouTube. I think it was actually before that. In fact, I guarantee it was before that. We had filmed that to enter what we call Solarfest here, which is one of our few concert dealies that our big radio station puts on once a year. But gosh, I don't think we've done a Solar Fest for a few years now, thanks to the pandemic. But we got to earn that, and there's other things to talk about, so we'll get to that. We'll finish up with that.
Dollar Coins said, "That S when you had the doggo, a little potato, and Robin."
Yeah, that's it. No, I don't think. I think I had Sadie at that point. Quite possibly. I don't remember what year she passed. But when Dollar Coins was talking about Prowler here, as I told him, it's not this nice. Display screen. Kapow! So, my mom, my dad, and I, so I was raised in this thing. And not this exact one, though it was probably about this nice at that point. It's been decades, right? So it has taken a whack. 1975 thing too. So it's an old ass camper. My dad has patched the roof and all that. It doesn't leak or anything. But I was raised in that. So what they did when they got together is they bought a piece of land down in the wetlands of this area. And my dad was a builder, and he knew how to do and adapt floating foundations. Now, if you have done any construction in terms of like building houses and stuff, particularly on the West Coast, you might have heard of floating foundations. They're usually used for, if you think of those houses that are on stilts, they are primarily used for that because of wind and all that. So, like, if you put your house at the edge of a cliff, which does happen surprisingly, because it's neat and I get why it happens. I don't know if I'd be super stoked for it, but it's part of that engineering process. You can adapt the same principles in terms of the flexibility and stuff for wetland foundation, which is what my dad did. And so we lived in one of these for about a decade while he did his construction work and saved up and got materials from his jobs, excess materials and all that, and built us another house from that floating foundation. But from this, basically, he parked this, and then he built what he would call the lean-to on top of that. So he built like a living room off of this. This was our kitchen and our bedroom. So I slept. There's a area that could be adapted as a bed or like a dining kind of coffee thing, right? So I slept in that. And they slept in the bedroom area of it. That was for a good, I think we got into that house when it must have been like maybe 5 years. Hell of a trip. I don't remember very well because, again, I was baby. But yeah, while he built that other 2-story house, which I think I've shown the pictures of him on top of the frame of that house. Crazy bastard. And so yeah, it's interesting. Got one of these. Dollar Coins and I talked about it as the other things that came up. It was just funny. But it needs renovation on the interior bad.
Said, "Wow, I just bought a bunch of books on carpentry and cement foundation laying. Very interesting topic."
It really is, and it's far more like most crafts, right? It's always far more complicated than ignorance looking in at it or looking out right at it. Now I don't know much about any of that. I just osmosis, right? Being around it, know a little bit, but nothing like I couldn't explain why floating foundation works on wetland as well as that stilt. I couldn't even define what makes it floating foundation. I assume it has to do with flex and it's far less rigid than common foundations, right? But that's all I can say. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting topic. I agree as well. Yeah, so one of these. That's the Prowler story. Grew up in one of those. My mom did a nursing gig during most of that, so she was gone all night. I remember her coming home late at night and saying hello and all that. Very sweet. Good memories. But anywho, that's that, right? That's the Prowler story. Now we'll get to business. IronVerse business. Important IronVerse business. Display capture. Why did I say this? Display screen. Yeah, I wasn't close enough, guys. I'll just click the button. I'm sorry. I'm not very clear to the band today. Oh, did I opened that window in particular and then I didn't touch it. Alright, here we go. At least that was easy to find. Get my head out of the way on this one. Display screen. Display screen? Okay. Band's starting to slip up a little bit. Maxi is once again offering original pages from Jack Irons, issues 1 through 4. I'd love to see these find good homes. I'm sure he would, and I'm sure it would be of great help to him. So if you folks are interested, anybody's watching this, there's his contact info. Shipping only 2 to 3 days from what he says from Argentina. And it would mean a lot to everybody involved in this project that he keeps getting taken care of and that these find a good home. We did sell 4 of the pages from issue number 4, so those will not be available. But otherwise, everything from all the covers to any of your favorite sequential pages, they are available. They are traditional, and they would love to find a home. So check it out. Email him at maxidaloart@gmail, or you can contact him at maxidaloart on Twitter and see how much he wants to let them go for. I can't say. I'm not going to negotiate on that one for him. So it's up to him what he feels is appropriate and what he needs.
Retweeted it.
Thank you kindly, good sir. Thank you kindly. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. But it's just, these are really neat. And I'm sure even if you just got a cursory, like stuff like that, you would never know that's there. And that's him testing ink, right? Like, that's really cool. Particularly, I'm guessing he was testing flow so that he could get this really bitchin' watercolor-esque ink texture on the shadow, right? Very cool. Well, a lot of this, right? He really went heavy on the inks with issue number 3, trying to define this, and all the speed lines. It's just really neat. Dragging the shadows out. There's a lot of stuff that you will not know is there otherwise. A lot of personality to the pages. Looks like he tests a lot of ink on the borders, which is kind of cool. Pencil lines, right? Him trying to figure out the shadows and where he wanted the clouds, filling out the bottom there. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. But yeah, it's available if you have a favorite page from our work. I'd appreciate you helping him out. I'm sure he is asking because he needs a little bit of assistance at the moment. So please check that out. I know it's a lot of BS before we get to this point, and people don't really watch this, but I would like to put some of that energy out there anyway. Yeah. So that's there. Check that. I don't think there's anything particularly. Yes, thank you, dollar coins. All right, there's that. Talked about the print stuff. We talked about. I'm on the wrong page for that. We talked about production issue 4, which is still crawling at the finish line, which is teaching me a lot of patience. Let's just say that. Talked about the Prowler for some reason. We talked about 808s. I learned that. That's a trip. The fact that it is compared to the Stratocaster is crazy. So it must have left a heck of an impression. I know I'm just dodging that. 45. Yeah, we're gonna save that till we're closer to an hour. Do I have 10 more minutes worth of content for you folks? I do not believe so. I have 4 more minutes of content, which I'm trying to. Oh, I know how to get content. Know exactly how to get content. I'm not gonna log in again. Every time I restart my computer, it seems to reset all of my logins, which means it's resetting my IP address, which is kind of nice, but it is frustrating. Ooh, there's a jukebox on the road. Jukebox on the road. Kex Coyote theme. Very neat. That's the password for this, right? I think so. Except I did not. I just gotta retype it. That's annoying. There we go. Think that's it. No. No! Is it this? Oh, it was that. Okay. Basically all editing software from Photoshop, any kind of editing software, like any tool, they want subscriptions because they know it's part of, a lot of people, it's professional, right? It's something they have to have, so they can extract significantly more money by not actually selling software. It's super frustrating. It's the same thing they want to do with D&D that got clapped real hard. Same thing they want to do with Magic the Gathering. It's what they've been doing for video games for the last like half decade. It is terrible and greedy and has removed much of the artistry of all of these particularly neat things. So that's very disappointing. I'm glad we got what we got when we did, because I will still be able to use that software as is. There was a big kerfuffle on there was a particularly relatively famous, but not as famous as like many other video editing softwares. I forgot what it was called, which is fine with me. Never used it. That sold lifetime subscriptions, right? So you'll get the updates as long as the software is called that and is updated, right? At least that's what they sold it as. And then recently they had tried to switch off of that, and they had forced their lifetime members to resubscribe. And that was a big kerfuffle because one of their spokespeople, like who had been selling that for them for a very long time when it started, and had primarily sold it on the fact that you could buy a lifetime ownership of it and get all the updates for as long as it exists. And that was a trip. That was a trip. It's very bogus. It's aggravating that is where we're moving, where again you will own nothing and you will like it, and soon you'll have to rent a shovel, right? Used to be they sell you a shovel, that shovel is yours for life, and it should last that long because it was well made, well constructed, and it's a simple tool. Very few companies do that anymore because it's just planned obsolescence is now the MO of any kind of corporate structure. I mean, the battle pass for video games, that is planned obsolescence. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's ooh. This is why read issue number 4 when it comes out, please, folks. Please, 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 please. Oh, and this is the other bit of it. Let's just dive into the corporate dystopia. Let's do that because I wanted to fill time anyway. Let's see what the AI overlords think is worthy of news. Maestro? Maestro. Thank you, good sir. Display screen.
Dollar coins. Said. So very famine.
Been sent to get. After many failed attempts, and a steadily growing list of groceries, Miller eventually left the store without accomplishing her original mission. I must have been pretty distracted on the way here, Miller later recalled, still bewildered by her forgetfulness. At least I have enough food for a few more meals this week, even if it wasn't exactly what I was supposed to get.
This is forever. It's relentless. I really have been showing this stuff again and again on these streams because I just need to say it is relentless.
From the neighborhood cookie
factory. It will never end, and there are many of these, and quite a few of them are actually getting more and more popular. Like this one, we're the only people watching it, right?
A large bag filled with chocolate chip cookies.
And it's actually one of the better put together ones.
The giraffe refused to comment and was charged with grand theft cookie.
But, you
Witnesses
know,
were stunned by the arrest,
Grand Theft
but
Cookie
authorities
from a
noted
giraffe,
that this
right?
kind of behavior cannot be tolerated.
This blew up within a week of me discovering it. It had like nobody watching, and it blew up. And now it has around the clock about 1,400 people watching it.
No, that's not a fire. That's just a convincing-looking mirage.
Infinite Steam
Things
hams.
are perfectly safe here. Have a good day.
Dollar coins.
If you say so, good
Said.
day. You too.
Yet in the Soviet Union
see
the only
myself
channels
out.
allowed on TV were news which ran all day and played songs at night.
It's just...
Welcome, Superintendent
It's,
Chomp.
it's a lot. Like, most of these, like, nobody watches, which is fine with me. The fact that 1,400 people, every time I check in on that Steam Tams, are willing to watch it at all times, and the person just had to set it up as a structure, and then just let it go. But how are we supposed to compete with that besides creativity and burnout levels of hard work, especially as this gets more and more, like, quality? And it's going to keep getting more and more quality. Like, within a week of me checking this stuff out, I found more and more quality. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's the best way to learn. You're not forcing yourself to
Oh, it looks
learn
like
something.
the Big Bang.
You
Oh, no,
just
there's
have
Infinite
fun.
Big Bang Theory. Infinite Big Bang Theory.
We need to find the source of these attacks and neutralize it.
What?
Keep your
Oh,
phaser
now
at
it's
the
not
ready.
Big Bang anymore. This is Infinite Star
Doctor,
Trek.
I've set up a scanning array to
Oh,
try and locate
jeez.
signs of intelligent life.
This is
Stay
new.
close.
This
The
used to do
natives
just
seem
like
aggressive.
Big Bang Theory. Oh, that's okay. Oh, jeez. It's
Greetings,
evolving.
We come in peace. Our sensors indicated that your planet was in danger and required our help.
I'm not saying it's
We
quality,
appreciate
but
your
I am
aid,
saying it
but
is a
these
relentless
attacks are the
tide.
result of a deeper issue.
Dollar
Severe
coins.
food
It will
shortage
never
has left
stop.
our people hungry and desperate.
LOL funny
We
how
are doing
Justin
everything
TV
in our
became
power to
Twitch
ensure
and Twitch now
survival.
reverted back to Justin TV.
Data, could you
I don't know what
analyze
Justin
the plant
TV is,
life
so
on
there
this
you
planet?
go.
Perhaps we could find a solution to their food shortage.
Indeed,
Oh, this is a
Commander.
planet of
I am
cannibals.
currently scanning for edible plant life and will report back shortly.
The voices are terrible, but as you can see, they can get really good. Is AI Attenborough on?
Captain, I've gone over the data gathered on the planet's vegetation.
Yes, AI
There is
Attenborough's
a
on. So you can tell, like, the voices will improve.
Who can lift 3 times his weight. The caracal's secret weapon is its powerful hind legs, which allow it to leap up to 12 feet in the air and snatch birds right out of the sky. It's the ultimate game of catch me if you can. When
Infinite
it comes to
Attenborough.
grooming, the caracal takes it very seriously.
Now, this one, I don't know how it stays
It
up,
spent hours
besides
licking
that it
its
has,
fur
like, no
until
view
it's
count,
sleek and
because
shiny.
it doesn't just
It's
scrape,
like a
like,
teenager getting
random
ready for prom, except the caracal doesn't
nature
have to worry
documentary
about
footage,
getting its
right?
hair
It doesn't. It's
messed up
not
on
that
the
random,
dance
and
floor.
it doesn't, like, scrape pieces of it and assemble it. It
Dollar
scrapes
coins.
a whole
Here,
video
Said.
and then
Caracal
throws
is a bit
Attenborough on
It's
top
what
of it.
when
Twitch
it
was
comes to
before it was
family.
bought. It was originally
Caracals are known
called
for
Justin
forming strong
TV and
bonds with
streamed
their
live
young
shows about
and will
anything.
fiercely
Oh,
protect them
interesting.
from any threat.
Well, now it's the
It's like a
robot
mama
intelligence
bear,
that assembles
but with
those
more
shows
style and
forever.
grace. In conclusion, the caracal is a
Fucking cute cat,
fascinating
though.
and fearsome feline
Fucking cute
with
cat.
a unique set of skills and a charming personality. It's like the James Bond of the cat world.
Well, there you go.
Always ready for action and looking good.
This is the
while
example
doing
of good voice, like, scraping,
Thank
right?
you for joining me.
You
on
combine
this
that
wild
with
ride
even what
and
we were just
remember,
watching.
If you ever see a caracal in the
Said.
wild,
Peaches.
You combine, yeah, it is peaches. You combine that with even that Star Trek one where it was just like, well, I know Picard's speaking, so we'll put his photo up, and then whatever we're gonna say, I'll put the text down, and you have storytelling. Again, forever. I don't know, man. Like, this is my way of sounding an alarm bell that hopefully we can. These machines are just so much more consistent and persistent than humanity from a corporate perspective. So I see a lot of people like, oh, we need to up the living wages of artists. It's like the things that would do that, that could afford to do that, are going the exact opposite direction, people, and you're not going to convince them otherwise. This is art. It is a necessity for the human soul, but it is not a necessity for the corporate pocketbook. And so anyway, it's soulless. So let's look at some not so soulless art that will make me cringe like crazy. Let's do that. But anyway, just like it scraped this whole video, and it just throws randomly generated Attenborough voice on top. It's just so it's nasty. This one at least is pretty fun what it assembles. This is actually like I can see why 1,300 people are watching.
AI Jack Irons let us go.
Right? Like that's the bit too. It's like, well, if you could, would you? And it's like, well, to a point, yeah. Yeah. It's a self-replicating machine, which is terrifying, but at the same time, it's a lot of power, and it's a lot of AI has interested me again and again in how it thinks and assembles things. So it is what it is. Let me see something. Okay, I gotta get... Oh, that was like a half hour ago. I missed it. Okay, I need to respond to this message real quick. I will leave you in the very capable and horrific hands of our local news. And I'll be right back with you.
Dollar coins. Said.
Then, just as I was
Sad
about to
cowboy
move on,
and Terminator
she stops me
pictures
and
with the
tells
Great
me the
Gatsby
secret to
novel
eternal
pasted
youth.
over it.
Whoa. What did she tell you?
That it's all about eating healthy, getting plenty of rest, and staying active. Those were her exact words.
That's incredible. Do you think that this cat's advice could really be true?
Well, I mean, I'm obviously not a cat myself, but I think it's worth a try.
You heard it here first. Now back to the studio.
John Smith, a 34-year-old avid gamer, has filed a lawsuit against virtual game developer Gaming Incorporated for not providing enough pizza options in their game Pizza World. Smith claims that the game misrepresented itself as a virtual pizza-making simulator, but only provided 3 basic pizza options: cheese, pepperoni, and sausage. Smith, who considers himself a pizza connoisseur, was outraged that the game did not offer more exotic toppings like pineapple, anchovies, or even Nutella. I was really looking forward to perfecting my virtual pizza-making skills, but with such limited options, what's the point?
Part of this is broken.
Smith said in a statement, Gaming Incorporated has not yet responded to requests.
Sorry, trying to get my phone to
Smith
charge,
is
and
seeking
it's just
$10,000
not
in
doing
damages
so,
and a promise to add
which
more
is
pizza options to the
frustrating,
game.
to say the least.
We've come to the end of today's top stories. Join us next time when we'll be reporting from outer space.
Oh, I know why it's not charging.
Bob.
Cat turned off the power there. That's goofy. Okay, there it goes. Alrighty. Let's see if I can get me back easy enough. There I am.
Welcome to the news show, everyone. Here are today's top stories.
If you want to see the worst one of these real quick, and then we'll go to my embarrassment. I know I've been stalling. I know. This is the least entertaining, most annoying, and weirdest one because of how the AI thinks and assembles its conversations.
I don't think Phil finds it very cool, Rick.
Like, who the fuck is Phil?
Phil, I want this thing off my head right now.
But he's here, right?
As Phil
This one
tries
is
to remove the
not,
device, chaos ensues and a swarm of butterflies fly out of his head, causing havoc in the lab.
It's
that
not
didn't
well
go
made.
as planned. But hey, at least we have a new episode of Butterfly World to watch tonight.
I don't think there is such a show, Rick.
Not yet, Morty. Not yet.
The depths of insanity. It's just this. It cycles, right? And it just does random shit. Oh, let me see. That is not what I meant to do.
Alright, Morty. Let's make a shrink ray and go
Boom.
explore some giraffes.
Rick, do we really need to shrink down to do that?
Guys, can I come too?
Let's see if this goes through. I doubt it'll
Just
go
so
through.
you know, Giraffes can be pretty unpredictable.
But yeah, and then we'll
Whoa,
cringe
check it out.
together.
Look at all those giraffes.
Oh man, they're so tall.
I am stalling though.
Yeah, but they're also incredibly graceful.
Oh, here,
It's like they're
I'll hook
dancing.
you up here too.
Hey, why are they all staring at us like that?
Oh god, they're surrounding us.
Quick, use the
Like
shrink ray.
whole stories will build
It's
around
not
them,
working.
not doing.
We're gonna die.
Ah, there we go.
There you go.
Now we're the same size as the giraffes.
That was close.
Yeah, way too close.
All right, now let's go make.
Now I
some
don't know
new
if image
friends.
description
coins.
actually needed to be
Said.
in parentheses.
I write in Coyote that Funtown gets Famine broadcasts and it's the same paper copy-paste segments over and over with each channel change.
That's this. This is the future. And it is terrifying. Like, even if you legislate around it, people will just get more skilled and the quality will increase. Like, recently they released a Lost track, and it was even titled Lost, which is weird, from Linkin Park and Chester Bennington in particular, and there's this big
time-traveling portal gun.
conspiracy that it's actually
Rick,
an
I'm not
AI
sure
voice
that's such a good
singing
idea.
it.
Last time we time traveled. we
And
ended
a lot
up
of
in
vocal
that weird
folks
dimension
think
with
it's
those
not,
hideous
so it's
creatures.
either that good or it really isn't, and
Puts
it's
on a
awesome that
cowboy
we're getting
hat
a
and
lost
pulls
track
a
from Linkin
lasso.
Park.
Yeehaw!
Oh,
I'm
but-
Steel Cowboy.
Hey, there's a Steel Cowboy.
Sarcastically.
Look at how quick it generated that.
You sure know how to invent crazy inventions.
That's crazy. There it is. I didn't
Hey,
expect it
have
would
you
work.
guys seen that guy over there dressed up as Steel Cowboy?
Excitedly, I heard about him. He's supposed to be a real-life superhero.
Rolling his eyes. Yeah, I'm sure he's the real deal.
Steel Cowboy, shouting from a distance. Help.
He exists now.
Someone's stolen my trusty steed.
It's a
Whispering to
lot.
Rick.
And
Should we
what
help
I've been
him?
noticing is that
Drugs.
these, of course, Twitch,
Sure,
a lot of
why not?
the
It might make for a
draw
good
is
adventure.
interaction. So they've been adding
Excitedly,
interaction.
I've always wanted to
The
be a
AI
superhero.
anime, which is pretty high quality.
Let's
now
go,
you can like
Steel
have
Cowboy.
characters get stuff
As
thrown
they run
at them
towards
and
Steel Cowboy, they
change your
suddenly
head
get transported
sizes,
to a parallel
just
universe
weird
where
stuff
they
like
encounter
that.
their evil doppelgangers. Chaos ensues as they try to find their way back to their own
Wow, it
universe,
actually
all
worked.
the while making jokes and
It
snarky
actually did
remarks.
generate a Steel Cowboy one.
Groaning.
I
I
actually didn't
can't
expect
believe
it to
we're
work.
stuck here with our evil
That's
twins.
terrifying.
Smirking. At least they're not as smart as we are.
Panicking. We have to find a way back home before it's too late. In the end, they manage to defeat their doppelgangers and make it back to their own universe.
The lesson at the
all
end's
while
great.
learning valuable lessons about the importance of friendship and teamwork.
Very IronVerse
Smiling.
Comics.
Well, that was one crazy adventure.
Wasn't it?
Laughing. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever forget that one.
Grinning, and I finally got to be a
Dollar
superhero.
coin. Said. Now I wanna watch.
Okay, now let's see this next one, which was your prompt, likely. Ooh, this one's taking a minute to generate, which I think is your prompt, dollar. But yeah, this is the kind of shit. And like, that's why I also don't feel bad stream sniping. Yep, this is it.
Alright, Morty. Let's see what we can do with
This is
painting.
your sad cowboy Terminator
Oh,
pictures
I
with the
don't
Great
know,
Gatsby
Rick.
novel
It's just a
pasted over
painting.
it.
Hey guys, have you read The Great Gatsby? I hear it's a classic.
Jerry, don't start with that literary nonsense again. Let's focus on the task at hand.
What about this sad cowboy picture?
This is now more
He looks
interesting
pretty
that you
down.
can actually give it prompts.
That's
Last time I
easy,
watched
Morty.
this, you couldn't give it
We'll
prompts.
just give him a robot sidekick to cheer him up.
And what about this Terminator picture? He looks pretty menacing.
We'll give him a cowboy hat. That'll make him less threatening.
It's true.
But how are we going
Instantly
to fit all of
less
this into one
threatening.
adventure?
Instantly less
Simple.
threatening, right?
We'll
Look
just
at
go
that.
on a time traveling
Instantly less
escapade and
threatening.
visit different eras where these characters exist.
Wow, that sounds like quite the journey. Can I come too?
Sure, if you're willing to be the
But yeah, this is it's a lot for me to like absorb as a artist and person myself. It's a lot. All right, I guess what time? An hour set? Yeah, okay. I've stalled long enough. Actually, I should have this off. Well, frame rate. Frame rate set. Yeah, there it goes. All right. Well, here we go. We talked about this. This is the reward for suffering through other things, is that I get to suffer through this with you folks. Now, I haven't heard this for years. It was one of our first kind of more professional recordings, but it was a demo recording. young, naive, and not all that skilled, but I don't think we were terribly unskilled either.
Coins.
So here you go.
Said.
I'll wait for this.
Cody, are you the one holding the camera?
No, good sir. I am. Is it this hand? Yes. So there's Laguna, right? I am to his. For me, it's stage left. For you guys, it's to the right. I'm the one with the red base. You will be seen, but of course this doesn't have a thumbnail, right? So. Ooh, it's got some volume. It's crunchy. There you go. Oh yeah, I forgot I had like a storyline and everything. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Ah. A lot more negative influence back then in this music.
Coins. Said. I was gonna say I liked your 90s Offspring Fire shirt, but then I saw the drummer Litteral wearing an Offspring shirt, lol.
There you go. Track still kind of holds up. All right. Took us a good chunk of time to record this one. As anything, right? Now I'm only comfortable really sharing this because he doesn't play this stuff anymore. But if you would, go check out Laguna Munto. He's pulling his songs off of most stuff, but you can find his work on Bandcamp, which gives him the greatest percentage. He's currently recording his third album right now, so I'm excited. I actually got to preview some of those tracks last week. Very cool. There's some rough bits. There you go. Boom. There you go. It actually goes on for a lot longer, but the submission for Solarfest had to be capped at 3:30. It's about a 5-minute song. Skips the solo, right? It skips a lot of the extra bits there, but there you go. That was the cringe reward for you. It held up better than I thought it would, if I'm honest. Oh, would you? Well, thank you, good sir. But yeah, definitely check out Laguna Munto's work, please, 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 please. I'm so happy and glad he has kept with music. He is a stellar creator, and particularly Chuck, his previous album is exceedingly heartfelt and full of some beautiful messages and a lot of style you don't hear anymore, really. did a doo-wop track on there, for God's sake. Very cool stuff. But yeah, that's back when we were trying to be a metal band. That was back when we were trying to be a metal band. And we were for a little bit, to be fair. We did play actually quite a few venues and stuff, but local band kind of stuff, bars, clubs, events, small events, things like that. But yeah, that was the cringe. That still exists for some reason, which is great. I'm glad I was able to track that down. That does cover it. Boom. Let's see, is there anything else? I think that covers it, folks. I hit the updates. Did a weird thing. Still thinks I'm playing RimWorld on Twitch. I've changed that to just chatting many times. We are not playing RimWorld. In fact, I've got some time, but not RimWorld time. Let me edit this. RimWorld. No, sir. This is just chatting. Thank you. It's the most filled and glutted section on Twitch, so you're not likely to find anybody passively through that, but at least it's honest. I would not want a RimWorld player coming here. In fact, even my RimWorld streams, I probably would want a RimWorld player coming in. Yeah, I think that covers everything. There are more updates. I did show some, if you missed the last $3 coins, of the finished colors for Cactus there, which are just coming together great. I did show that we do have the final preview PDF for the Recluse in. That'll go out with Jax 4's digital as well. Last go. I'm hopeful we can tag Vince here for the Coyote letters, like as soon as Jack 4's letters are done. That would be swell, but I don't know how that, that's on you and me. I'm not sure how you want to structure that and how that needs to go. But yes, we are almost done. Yes, almost done, and can take a bit of a breather collectively until the Recluse's campaign hits, which is pretty quick after the digitals go out. So it's not much of a breather, to be fair, but it will, for me, it'll be a bit of a breather. Cool, that's fixed. Well then you're good. Cool. So then yeah, he just needs to do that. So nudge him. Nice, yeah. Then we just need to nudge him, and he's needed slightly more nudging recently. So make sure you do. This is a creepy ass track. What else we got that's less creepy? It's less creepy, but super quiet. That's just like, there's a lot. I do have to go through the stream tracks and like just get rid of a few that I'm not the biggest fan of. Cool. I haven't had desktop audio on this whole time, so you haven't heard Robo Lady. I've heard Robo Lady, so it's been a useful tool for me. But if there's weird pauses, that's because Robo Lady was talking and I was listening. That's funny. I didn't know it was like that this whole time. Robo Lady has been on this whole time, but she's just been talking to me in my head. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. But I think there's a reason I had desktop audio off, so there you go. Let's see where this track goes. It's a little heavy, but maybe it'll be groovy. Ooh, yeah, that'll work. Alright, yeah, I think that's it, folks. Usually towards the end of this, where the coffee actually hits, and, like, I'm cool hanging, it's time to take off. Well, that's kind of true here as well. I don't have any other content which to share. In fact, we went through 2 stories and a very old music video as well. That's why I thought it was an area code, to be fair. That's why I thought it was an area code. And that one you should have heard. Robo Lady should have been speaking to everyone now, instead of just whispering in my ear without telling me nobody else can hear it. Let me see. Done. Ba, 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 ba. Nope, we talked about that. That was for Maxie. That doesn't need to be shown anywhere. Yeah, no, that really covers it. I wanted to talk about any kind of future plans. There's I'm way behind on a mail day. I have like 6 comics to open, crowdfunded comics that have come in. One I've been waiting for a very long time, and the individual does deserve me to kind of talk about it. He's rather late on it, but I also really want to read it. Love his art style. In fact, we worked together on this issue. He did one of the pinups for. He did this guy that the jumping dude's on top of. And so I finally, his comic has come in, and I want to read it. I really like his art style, like significantly. I really appreciate it. So I'm excited to see what his storytelling is like as well. So that needs to come in. I would like to do it on mail day. I'm so behind on comics, just in general, lately. Then I had not so fun thing with my work on Thursday. And yesterday was kind of rough too, but because of Thursday. But because of that, hopefully I will be less stressed out from work. It's been months where I've had to... I don't even know how to phrase it, but I was getting burnt out. I was overworked for what I'm capable of. So hopefully that is changing. Starting yesterday. It did yesterday. So hopefully things chill out. Hopefully they get better. Hopefully they don't get worse. If they do get worse, it's on a different level. So at least that'll be different. At least it won't be the same level. So we'll see. But hopefully I'll be less burnt out and able to lean into this stuff just a little bit more where I feel I need to. Like, I used to game a lot on the channel. I used to do a lot of things and take advantage of this channel. And though it didn't... other things that meant something to me. So I don't know. It'd be nice to be creative again instead of just maintaining things, which is kind of where I've been stuck for a while. So I'm hopeful that shit backs off, and then that allows me to breathe, particularly after issue 4 is out as well. I think a combination of these things coming together would do me a lot of good. But we'll see. Again, I don't know if the work thing's going to get better or worse. I'm very hopeful it'll get better. But how it gets better might make it worse in other aspects, which is frustrating. So we'll see. We'll see. This shows it is the hardest gig I've had on a lot of different levels. So we'll see if me being able to back off from it a little bit would do good. I hope so. This allows me to pay my bills, all that stuff. I haven't even been painting like lately. I'm a little bit behind. I showed on Twitter, like, I primed a figure. It's like, yeah, that's cool. And then, like, I did a small base coat on some others. Like, that's it. And that for a good bit was a release for me. But even that, I've recently, the last couple of weeks, I haven't found much time to do. Like, I played 40k Darktide last night for like an hour, and that was the first time I had really done any kind of action gaming for a long time. Did RimWorld for a little bit here and there, just trying to get it to work. This is all just rambling nonsense. I totally get it, but part of it is also just like, and it's probably pretty evident throughout the channel, especially if you only saw the update videos and just the videos, right? If that's your connection. It's pretty evident that I am burnt. I am so burnt out and tired, and I've been compensating left and right. And even that's starting to wear thin. So hopefully things get better. I'm so excited for spring. More weather, I can get out with the pups easier, all that fun stuff. Spud still needs a couple adventures, and he's about the size where he's able to, so I'm excited for that. It'll be good to see him out and about, happy, and playing. Besides just playing with his sister out in the yard. So I'm hoping things will change. Uh-oh, I did. I tried to sneak this stream in. You missed a lot of interesting stuff, though. Some of it is stuff that not so interesting. Oh, man, I got one more sip of coffee. But you did miss an old music video from like 12, 13 years back I filmed with a buddy of mine. So you did miss that. So if you're curious, I would rewind about an hour, somewhere around that. I teased it for a bit because I knew it would be cringe, and it was a little cringe. But it was also fun to see. I hadn't seen it in, God, like maybe a half decade. So that was a trip. It was better than I thought it was. But that's like the big thing you missed. Otherwise, it was just a couple stories and a few updates, like on the lettering and where we are with issue 4, which is moving forward. Kind of, didn't ya? So a lot of those AI channels that you've seen a couple times, Elias Bar, they're getting more and more interactive. The Rick and Morty one now, you can suggest the image to be generated that they discuss, which that's new since I last saw it. They are evolving. So we kind of looked at that for a minute, and it was way quicker than I thought it would too, because like no viewers, right? So it went right to the top of the queue. But that surprised me. And then there was AI Star Trek, where it used to be AI Big Bang Theory, and that was weird for me. They're evolving. They're evolving, and it is terrifying. But yeah, third of the way done with lettering. Okay, fine. Just don't blame me that you're sharing in this suffering. You too could be ignorant. You know, you could not have that be an issue. But here we are. Oh, good, didn't mess up my camera. Didn't mess up the mic. No, mic's still working too. Cool. My USB hub is really funky. Like the camera, as you can see, is like that's totally because of the USB hub. Twitch. Let's go, Twitch. Let's do some AI jack irons. There's only one where I can do it, though, so to be fair. But I really have to get this prompt correct, and we'll see what happens. I'll use one of the prompts I used to use from Midjourney. That's what we'll do. So we go over here. Oh, and that means you also couldn't have heard any of these news stories that's put. No, of course, you gotta let me know when things are muted and you can't hear it. Just realize how goofy it is. That is not Wonder Woman. That is Red Sonja. Okay. Like, legitimately.
Eliza
there's more people watching it right now.
Said,
Okay.
LUL, joke's on you, I'm about to go get some lunch.
That is a joke. Got it. I'll still do it. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. That is not one word. I think hyphenated is correct. That is correct. That is correct. And let's give it a go. Maestro!
Here to serve.
About the Red Hot Chili Peppers now? When did he put that in? Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to shoot this out and we'll see how it goes.
The power of a good synthesizer. But these guys, they're different. They have a certain spice to them.
Alright, after this, I'm calling it
Alright,
so I can
well,
eat before I
let's
have to
focus on the task at
go
hand.
take a boat out of town.
What's our adventure this time?
I was thinking we could travel to another dimension where everything is made of candy. But
So we
watch
gotta,
out. There's a
we'll see if this
villainous
shows
candy
up.
king
Because there are
who will
actually more
stop at
people
nothing
watching
to
since
keep his kingdom sweet.
I last did that.
Oh, that sounds a little dangerous, don't you think?
And also we
Dangerous
have to tolerate
nonsense.
this-
We'll be
this
perfectly
nonsense
fine
as
as
well.
long as we stick together and avoid the licorice swamp.
This is still like the worst quality,
I don't
but
know,
the level
Rick.
of interaction is
Candy
actually
people?
pretty nifty.
It's a little too sweet for my taste.
Suit yourself, Jerry.
I
More
wonder
candy
what
for us.
AI
Well, let's get going then.
art,
We have a king to overthrow.
server, whatever you call it.
That's
they
the spirit.
use. 'Cause I don't think it's
And
mid-year.
don't forget to bring plenty of toothbrushes.
Okay, now this one is okay. So we're after this one. This one's gonna be weird. So just we'll hang on to this one because I'm also curious how it tackles these kinds of subjects where AI can get itself in trouble. Is that Rick?
Hey Rick, I've been
But,
having
like,
some confusing thoughts about my
He's
sexuality
also
lately.
Naruto. Oh god.
Oh, Morty, don't worry about it. You're young. It's normal.
Oh
to
good,
have
he's gonna be a
these
good
thoughts.
grandpa. Huh?
What's pansexual?
Jerry's
Means
out
you're
of nowhere.
attracted to anyone regardless of their gender or sex.
Wow, that's a relief. I guess I'm pansexual then.
Hey, I have
Okay.
an idea for an invention that can detect someone's sexuality.
Oh yeah, Jerry.
Jerry, that's a terrible idea. Let's stick to something more useful.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, Jerry, there's no need to label people or make them feel uncomfortable.
Eliza Barr
Exactly, Morty.
said,
We should focus on
"What is
creating
going
inventions
on?
that
Why
can
is
help
someone
people and make
riding
their
on
lives
someone's
That's a good point, I did
crotch
notice
while
that.
talking
I
about
guess you're right.
sexuality?"
Because it's
Sorry, guys.
AI.
I didn't mean to offend anyone.
That's
Okay,
why.
Jerry,
That's
we
that's
all make
that's gonna be an
mistakes.
explanation for
Let's
many
just
things.
keep moving forward and making cool
Because
stuff
it's
together.
AI and it just assembles things. Here we go. Let's see. Here's mine. Yeah, I went very specific. If it is Mid-Journey, it's gonna look pretty good. Just gonna be weird. But I don't know which program it uses. That's Chuck Norris.
Admiring the image. Now that's a real cowboy. Makes me wish I had a hat like that.
Look at those abs.
Skeptical. Aren't you more of a lab coat kind of guy?
Excitedly. Oh man, we could invent a gun that shoots hats. We'll call it the Hat Blaster 3000.
Sarcastic. Oh yeah, Jerry, because that's totally useful in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Thinking out loud, I wonder what happened to make the world
Eliza
like
Barr
that.
said,
Serious. Probably
"Chuck
some
with
idiot
messed
thought
up
they could play
guns,
with
he
time
has
and
broken
screwed
them
up
with
the
his
entire
hands so he
timeline.
could throw the bullets and kill that
Nervously.
way."
D,
Yes.
you think we could fix it?
Shrugging. I don't know, but it'd sure make for a hell of an adventure.
There you go.
Determined. Let's do it. For the cowboys.
For the Cowboys.
Working. Well said, Morty. Strap on your cowboy boots. We're going on a wild.
They're usually pretty stoked to be a cowboy. Like, good on them. They're usually pretty stoked about cowboys. I think we're more stoked on this channel about cowboys, but they come close for an AI. But yeah, folks, it's again, I don't mind stream sniping that stuff, particularly also because this channel is super tiny on both Twitch and here. So, yeah. The other thing with AI generated content, I'm very curious how it could ever get claimed, unless it is using. Because its very basis is assembling content that already exists, at least when you're using it for images, or like I was showing the AI Attenborough, where it is legitimately somebody's voice files being deep faked at the same time as scraping nature documentary stuff that already exists. Like, it's such a gray area I'm happy to take advantage of. It's very, very weird. And now people are trying to break it with sexuality. If you're looking at the quotes. Yes, you enjoy your day as well.
Now free of this madness. Enjoy your day.
You as well. You as well. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, it's just So we didn't check this out too. I'm gonna see because this is the other angle of it, and I don't like this always being like what I'm talking about on here, but okay, let's let this ad. They're trying to sell me Starry Lemon Lime, which I haven't had, to be fair, but I'm guessing it's very much like every other lemon lime soda. Okay, past the ad. Okay, we got one more ad, 14 seconds, and then I gotta look because this one is all about deepfake, and I've only seen it twice, and it's usually deepfake of like famous YouTubers and streamers. Oh, this one's a deep fake of Alex Jones while... Oh, maybe it's not just an AI, so I don't know if I want to... Yeah, no, I think it's the actual showrunner is the channel operator is actually watching these live, so I don't want to stream snipe that. But yeah, it is. Oh man, I can't. Maybe you guys can hear it. We'll listen to it.
So we will stay away from that. So yeah, let the show get started.
Okay, here's the guy. Yep, we're gonna wait. Yep. So he's actually doing it, so I don't want to. But it's AI Alex Jones as Sauron. So I'm fine showing you that as well for a second, but I don't want to do both. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. We'll just listen. So now it's AI Alex Jones as the lore master.
Gandalf and Gollum at the Prancing Penis Tavern, contemplating their next move, and boy, was it a wild ride.
It's definitely older Dave Chappelle.
Evil ring-stealing golems lurking in the shadows. But now our heroes have to put their thinking caps on and figure out how to destroy the cock rings before Sauron gets his hands on them. So
damn Sauron.
Let's dive right in and see what happens next. And remember...
Oh, we missed AI Alex Jones as Sauron. I was more interested about that.
Our brave adventurers find themselves in the dimly lit tavern, surrounded by the smell of ale and sweaty hobbits.
This one's all about deepfakes, AI deepfakes.
The place filled with all sorts of colorful characters. And even though our buddy Samwise is having
just I'll show it
in this place and feeling
sure.
like home, time
so this is
of
also the video. It assembles that
need
at
to
the same
focus on
time
their
as
mission.
well.
As they huddle in a corner, trying to come up with a plan, they notice Gollum lurking outside, eyeing them hungrily. Will they be able to outsmart the conniving creature and destroy the cock rings, or will Middle-earth be doomed forever?
I don't know.
High ninjas, so y'all better buckle up and get ready for some serious
ninjas.
But Frodo still has some questions and is wondering.
That's how they got around that. Replace that word with this word. Okay.
Let's pick up where we left off and see what Saruman has figured out from spying on Gandalf.
Oh, here's Sauron. AI Alex Jones Sauron.
Hobbits, you think your tiny little lives mean something? You think your precious cock rings are the key to victory? Well, Saruman, the Lord of
Saruman.
laugh at your efforts. You are nothing but insects crawling around thinking you can save this world from destruction. But I know the truth. I've been watching you and I see everything.
Okay, this one is the most
I see how
entertaining
Gandalf
channel so
came
far.
to the Shire for a reason, and I know what he's after. Yes, Gandalf has now inadvertently revealed to me why he is there. The last cock ring is in the Shire.
Wow,
I
the
will finally
beats
be
are
able
pretty
to claim
interesting,
it
like the
and
intensity.
rule over all of Middle-earth's cocks. All your
Like the
cocks
voice
will belong to
isn't
me. You think you
voice
can
is
hide it
not
from me,
perfect,
but
the
I will find it, and
speech
with it, I will
patterns are
rule all
really
of
good.
Middle-earth. So go ahead, play your childish little games. But just know that I'm always watching, and I will be the one who triumphs in the end. Your fate is sealed, and there is
really
nothing
good.
you can do to stop me.
How does it scrape speech patterns? Fucking terrifying. And if this is the level that is now publicly consumable, the level that is available to to those who were creating this before it became publicly consumable is extremely concerning to me. Particularly if you wish to speak out against those particular systems. Anyway, that's entertaining. It's goofy. It's stupid. I mean, we had Alex Jones pretending to be Saruman speaking about defeating the hobbits before the Cockrings got taken revenge. But this is the world we're in now, folks. This is the world.
Said, what we talking about?
Ah, you must have missed it.
Yo, Gandalf, why the hell are you all up in my business?
I don't know.
Cockrings
I
and
don't
shit?
know. So
Like, I was just minding my own
Frodo.
goddamn business, living my best hobbit life, and then you come barging in with your crazy ass magic staff and talking about Cockrings and saving the world. I really don't want to be here, so I'm just doing the utmost I can.
I am stream sniping a little more than I'd like in this. He's not providing much commentary, so it is still AI generated stuff primarily. But like I did this one, I'm a little less like stoked about. It's super entertaining. It's super intriguing. How well it got Alex Jones's speaking patterns is the part that I'm like, wow. I mean, there's tons of content of him, right? Like, I'm assuming that's how it does. It's just like Dave Chappelle, just like this individual who I'm not aware of, but I'm assuming he's a relatively well-known streamer.
Cody
exactly.
Enough stream videos
yep.
of you to make AI-generated Cody podcast.
Exactly. And like, great. That's interesting. It's kind of funny. But I don't know how like these are assembled. I don't know like any of this. But this is the deep fake angle of it, where right now it's just assembling clips that will sort of fit the speech patterns, which I think is probably where it's best. The speech patterns are crazy accurate. The voice is a little like robot-y, you can tell. But the speech patterns, the Alex Jones one, I was like, wow, that is how he sounds. It would be very difficult otherwise. Like that was what would be the term? A impressionist's like take on him, like to a T. It was very good. But that's the bit, right? Like that's the bit, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Dollar coins. Said. Check Twitter DM for a good one.
That's funny. Okay. What else did I miss then? Oh, share a tweet. There you go. Oh, Elon Musk, same thing. Yeah, see, it kind of makes sense he's going to do it. Oh, I've seen this. I've seen that. Yeah, with Elon and talking to Joe about his OnlyFans. That's not like legit. And then there was another one where, or is it the same one? Where there's oh yeah, there's also Jordan Peterson talking about the same thing. Yeah, I did see that one. It's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, like it's the blah. I'm very impressed how low key some of these are, and like I want to check something real quick. So that's 2,500 people are watching Lord of the Cockrings, One Cockring to Rule Them All, AI parody, where it's this Soda Poppins as Frodo, it's Alex Jones as Sauron, I think in particular, and we had Dave Chappelle as the lore master, the narrator, right? Conceptually, I think that's really neat. I like that we're able to take all these separate things that humanity has created and throw them into a blender into something unique. That's kind of how creativity has worked since the beginning. But at the same time, this being relentless. This one also that I was showing, it has a bit of human creativity, right? Like it's choosing who to assemble. Or there is someone choosing who to assemble. There's someone choosing there's a prompt to it, right? It's not just this mush that's just being spewed out all the time, which is most of what we've watched is mush that's being spewed out all the time. This is mush that is, the ingredients are very specifically chosen. So there's a bit more to it, but it's still like I don't know. I don't know this guy either.
Dude, Frodo, that's like a super heavy burden to bear, man. But let me tell you one thing. You got this.
You got
You were
this.
chosen by Gandalf himself. He saw you as the one. The one who can save Middle-earth and destroy that last remaining cock ring. That's got to mean something, right? Plus, you'll be rewarded for your efforts by Gandalf with the best weed you've ever had.
This is Esfand? I don't know this individual either. And he's playing a bartender.
We've got your back over here at the Prancing Penis. We'll be here for you when you need to blow off.
Oh, I guess he's the bartender for the Prancing Pony.
Trust me, a cold pint and a warm meal will make everything better.
Oh, so my guess is it's trying to assemble the entire Lord of the Rings, at least the Fellowship of the Ring, with these extra bits. So that's the additional structure as well that this AI is pulling from. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah. It sure is a lot. It sure is a lot.
But that's fucking creepy. And you're talking about tingling sensations in your wizard balls? That sounds like some wizard STD shit.
Some wizard STD shit. So that's the man. It still surprises me. Let me go. I need to get to Maxi on this one too. So I guess
Dollar coins.
I can leave you in the hands of some AI while I do this. I wonder who's Tom Bombadil.
Tom Bombaldi in the Litter podcast.
That is after they leave the Shire, but before they get to the Prancing Pony, right? Like, I'm curious who Aragorn is, right? Or at this point, they called him whatever his ranger name was, Strider, right? So I'm kind of curious about that. Here's Gollum. Forsen is Gollum. The speech patterns are crazy.
Yes, fantastic indeed. I must find it. I will find it. I'll sneak up on them. I'll take it from them, and then it'll be.
And the fact that it assembles video that kind of fits to it is.
But wait, what's this? A hobbit? A bartender? He seems suspicious. He might know something. I'll linger in the shadows. Listen carefully to their conversation. Yes, that's it.
Speech
They're
patterns.
talking about the cock ring. They don't
Dollar
know where it
coins.
is.
Said.
They suspect
Yeah,
it's
they
here in
say
the
Tom
Shire.
Bombaldi
I
is
must
one
find it
of
quickly,
those
but-
dark cape guys chasing them. He is apparently the leader of them and the Witch King.
Yeah, I've never. I haven't read any of the Lord of the Rings, right? I know Tom Bombadil they completely cut out from the films. So I have no idea. He's shown up in War of the Ring, if people remember that. Fucking, what is it, early 2000s RTS strategy game? Not RTS, real-time strategy game. That's genius, Cody. That RTS PC game, War of the Ring, and like that's the only place I've seen him. He didn't show up in any of the others because most of the video games are actually based on the films and not on the books because of licensing. So that's also why Tom Bombadil doesn't show up in much other media as well. So I know very little about him. I know it's just like we start an adventure and then like a lot of people are like, and then the story completely stops for Tom Bombadil. And so people like are pretty damn mixed on him. Like I think what I've heard is that a lot of Tolkien fans are like, well, you could tell that he really liked this character and wanted to use it.
Dollar coins.
And so he kind of just put him there.
He only shows up a few times in the original books, and one of them is right before they reach the Prancing Pony.
Exactly, and I think we sadly are. But then again, Gollum's here, and we didn't know Gollum yet, so I don't know.
And let this
And then here's
shitty
Dave
character
Chappelle as the
get
lore
away for
master
now,
again.
Or are we going to confront and have Frodo take a look? Y'all need to be careful with this decision, because if we confront him and Gollum kills Frodo, that's it. He's dead, and he won't be going on the quest.
It seems to also understand how to attach body language to emphasis in the speech patterns.
Confront or escape.
Oh, and as a choose your adventure as well. And then you have all these people to choose from. Like conceptually, this is really, it's a fun idea, but it's terrifying. Okay, 40 yeah. I think we will go to the full 2 hours, so that is another 10 minutes. But after that, I gotta call it. It's yeah, that's the best way I can play it. It's a lot. 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 Very morally confusing. Perhaps more ethically confusing than morally confusing. But I gotta get back to Maxi. Yeah, that was the bit. Let me throw. I'll just do that right now. So let me go back over here. I'm glad I still have that open because he asked about that. Let me see, because I doubled what. Give me. Continue. Okay, there you go. Boom. So 150 for the A3s and 100 for the A4s. So some. No, so yeah. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. That I got back to him. Okay. Who did they choose?
We'll get the cock ring. Yes.
We're back to Forsen as Gollum, and there's just so much of the term cock ring in here. It's the most that word has ever been used on my channel. In fact, it's probably the first time that word has ever been used on my channel. Yeah. So it's I don't know. It intrigues the hell out of me. This whole concept, and I've spent many of these recent streams like discussing and showing it because of that. It's a AI art intrigued the hell out of me for very similar reasons, but single still image. This is content which is far more consumable to the mainstream. So I don't know. It's so odd. It's so odd. And this one before I hadn't seen it be so interactive. It's very odd to me. Yeah, we're still in the Prancing Pony. Because there's the bartender again. But this is the main one that I saw that was like, oh wow, look at this. And then now, let's see how many viewers it gets. It's getting about 400 viewers now.
You hear about that Reddit guy who posted his art and got banned because they thought it was AI art, but it wasn't T.
Oh shit, there's more complicated hall walking now. It's evolving. It's evolving. Yeah, the always generated oh wow, there's actually background characters now. Well, background character. Literally one. Oh no, there's two. There's two. Oh, and it's got sub alerts now. Oh wow, they have been refining it. Yes, I had heard of that. It's like, oh, it's too good. Yeah, it was just a Reddit poster who's like, your style looks like this. A Reddit mod, right? So told him to do another different style, right? Was the best like change your style then. It was very arrogant art moderator. I think he got a lot of shit for that though, and I think that was eventually reversed because of the uproar of like, dude, if you can't tell the difference, that's your problem as a moderator. It's not his problem as an actual artist. So yeah, that was yeah, I did hear about that. But Reddit's always been a hard-ass thing. Like, it's been my issues with it. It's been very difficult. Yes. But yeah. So there we go. As actually, this conversation with Maxie is like way long overdue. It's a good one. It's just figuring out the original art stuff for issue number 4. I've kind of put off a lot of the merch end and the extra bonus stuff for this because I want to make sure the issues can actually be completed and stuff with the budget I have, which is, it should be okay. I've redone the numbers again and again, but like the little things can be bought over time a lot easier than actually like the most important chunks that I want to make sure people have. If it came to that. And that's how I can function with it. If I keep trying to set a rigid, like this is exactly what I need with how this economy is going, it puts me in a much more difficult place than pulling the trigger when the time is actually there. So that's part of it. But this one was important, and since he's back to trying to get those original pages new homes, this is a good time to do it. It was a good time to do it, and I'm glad. It seems fine with that. But yeah, the whole AI thing is like super interesting to me. I think it has a lot of human potential for like some really cool, creative, and entertaining stuff to come out. At the same time, it is a relentless tide that is quite possibly unstoppable, and it can hit a quality benchmark that may be almost insurmountable. And that's we're not there yet. Yay! We're not there yet, and I hope it is years off. Cool. Let's see. Let's go to catch up with Maxie too. Yeah, this became interactive, which was not something I expected. Oh, and then you can do voice swaps as well. Jeez. Like, see, look at all these different things you can do. This was not here when I first came across this. In fact, this was only at, 3 consecutive viewers at any given time just last week. Like, you can check my first video when I was checking out this in particular. And, like, the growth on this has been what you'd expect with relentless content. That's the other bit. Is, like, idiots like myself got to compete with this. In terms of, like, this right, like, you throw shit at people. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a lot. It's so much. It's so much. Okay, are we there yet? 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay. I don't think I have another note I want to hit. I didn't have the audio on for that for a reason. But let's get some music back, and then we'll say our goodbyes. Maestro. Maestro? Oh, ooh, did I just mute it straight up? I might have. Might have. No. Is he... No, he's listening. Maestro. I guess I wasn't clear and concise. Okay. Give me something good. This is a good track. That's not what I want. Need something that's only about 2 minutes and is good. Come on. That's a lot. No, here we go. 2 minutes. Sparkly. I don't really want sparkly right now. It's actually a lot of just like sparkly songs in here, which is great if I was doing art streams more. That's the other bit too, is I have quite a few more art streams to do to catch up to other merch stuff to do with the issue 4 campaign. So those will be coming up soon. I'm very hopeful this change in perspective from work will facilitate that. Why can't I hear shit? I think you folks can hear it much better than I can. Oh, because that got turned down. That would do it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find anything in time. Oh well, I guess we're without music. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna call it 30 seconds. All right, I appreciate you folks very, very much. I'm sorry I was doing all kinds of work. Oh, hey, Bruce.
Said, "Hey, Cody, how are you?"
Well, I was just calling it. Well, I'm so happy to see you. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Like, it's been rough for a long time, but I'm doing okay. Especially once the caffeine hit. You see the difference between me now and beginning of the stream. It's crazy. But that's very good to... Thanks for stopping in. How are you doing? I'll hang for another minute or two. I'm glad you came by. Thank you. Been a good bit. I catch
Said, "Shit, sorry, I just saw you were streaming."
No, it's no problem at all.
Said,
let's see what this.
Text green game over person turquoise waiting.
Oh, he was saying goodbye. But I've been catching your art the whole time, and as always, it's always a bright spot in my timeline. See, you've done a bit more concept work. I've seen a little bit of the Oni work as well. I love your sequentials and the colorists they've got on it. Looks pretty tight. I'm excited for that. But yeah, no, thank you so much for stopping on by. Anytime. I don't stream consistently, so it's hard to catch me. But yeah, if you catch in, anytime, come please. Thank you. It's good to good. I'd say see, but it's good to hear from you. But yeah, I was closing this out sadly, just because I gotta get some other stuff together and then go do another short gig. But yeah, thank you.
Bruce Patnod said, "Yeah, I appreciate that the freelancing has slowed a bit and I am finishing up Corey's project. Glad you're doing well."
Indeed. It's been a weird 5 years working on this for me, right? I can't believe it's already been a half decade since I jumped on and started putting this stuff out and actually doing the work here and getting all that. And you have been there like since the near beginning. And we still have not gotten to work on something consistently, and that does break my heart. So I really hope that can fall together soon. I am getting issue number 4 out. Once that is settled, I am going to be looking at different horizons and different ways to approach IronVerse Comics as a creative expression, and so hopefully maybe that will open room for something. That would be great. I would really like to do that. Like, You have been one of the people I've wanted to collaborate on a larger scale with more for a very long time. So I'd very much appreciate that. So I'll be in contact as that moves forward. Yeah, anywho.
Coins said. Coyote era Coyote campaign, let's go.
It's true. There are going to be opportunities throughout the other series we're putting out as well.
Thanks.
Yep, right on, right on. Anyway, adios amigos, vaya con Dios. Love you all. Thank you for stopping in. If you get here late, what have you, there's a whole stream. First bit's a little slow as the coffee kicks in, as always, and my energy was, but
well, I don't want to keep you. Take care, brother.
Thank you. You as well. And we had a lot of weird discussion on some stuff that I don't know if enough artists are aware of, AI art-wise. And watched a goofy music video from back in my late teens. And we kind of hung out and talked about updates and stuff. So it was a decent stream. Definitely worth my time. I wish my energy at the beginning was a lot better. I was super down. I'm still kind of like down most of the time. Well, the last few days have been rough. But anyway, adios, bye con Dios. Love you all. Catch you on that old rusty IronVerse Comics trail later on.
Eyes purple crying. Dollar coins said. Virtual hug.